All right. This is our exciting debut here, the UCP Vocal Choir Ensemble.
Mike would rather be inconspicuous.
Ready? 3. I'll be and I'll be home for Christmas. You
Yes. Yes, indeed. Woohoo! Oh my God. Let's give a little more love to our UCP vocal ensemble. Under the direction of Chris Whiteneck. Yes. This is their debut today. Woohoo! Yeah, it's good. And more to come Christmas Eve, just giving a little preview. We're going to have some more of that. All right, welcome to Unity Center of Peace. Here we are. I'm Reverend Victoria Loveland Cohen, and to my left is a wonderful Reverend Chris Nygren.
Yes, thank you.
Who's going to be sharing with us all about the mystical and how we can open to that more mystical, spiritual element that is within us and within the world. That's why we're here, right? We're here to connect with that power and that presence and to open to it and to grow our consciousness, our conscious awareness of who we truly are. That's why we're here. And we do this together. And so I want to say hello to those of you joining us online on YouTube or Facebook. Hello. Good to see you. If you want to just say hello in the chat, and then we can feel like we're connecting together. We're in this together. All right, so let's just take a moment now, and as Chris lights the Divine Light candle, just breathe that in. Feel that awareness of that divine element of fire. Be present to it. Be present to that spark and flame of the divine within. And I invite you to say with me our opening invocation, which is on this buff sheet in the seat back in front of you, if you're not yet familiar with that. Just take a moment and get that out. Look at that. But first, connect in the heart center. Really feel that connection. Together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Just feel the truth of that in every cell of your being. That omnipresent good. That omnipresent love, that omnipresent peace. Sometimes it's hard to see. Sometimes it's hard to connect with. But in this moment together, as we agree here together, we know that the possibility of the experience of infinite good is right here. And so it is. All right.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender. I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender. I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
And so this is our opportunity to dive more deeply into that experience of love. Before we do, I would ask that you just check your cell phone and make sure that that's off or on mute. Won't disturb you as we meditate together. And just sit back. If there's anything in your lap, put it on the side. Take a nice deep breath with me. Feeling that breath, that life energy entering your body, enlivening your spirit, your mind, your body, and then releasing anything which no longer serves you on the out breath. Let's do that again. Breathing in that life energy, and the exhale, releasing all those old ideas, all those old beliefs that are no longer serving us. One more deep breath in, breathing in that enlivening energy, and releasing any resistance to being fully present in the now. For that is our intention, to be fully here and fully available for Spirit to work through and as our mind, through and as our spirit. Expanding our awareness of who we truly are, that infinite divine expressing a beautiful emanation of the one divine light, the I am. I am that I am. Opening to that awareness even more deeply in the silence together for the next couple of minutes. If your mind begins to wander, just bring it back to the breath. Back to the understanding that I am, that I am. What does that mean to you? How do you experience that? Be still and know that I am, that I am. How do you experience that? And so as we have had the experience of the absolute truth of our being here together in this sacred space, that intention, that experience, that vibration has created this healing energy that is palpable in this moment. And into this space, this healing energy, I invite you to call forth the names quietly aloud of those who are on your heart, in your mind, into this energy. Ken, Michael, Brian, cousins, Israelis. If somebody could bring me the box, the prayer box. I've kind of forgotten that today. Thank you. And so we just want to say a special blessing over the prayer requests that have been entered into our prayer box here. And together feeling that love, that healing energy, infusing the hearts and minds of each of these individuals who have requested prayer, and for those they have requested prayer for. Knowing that the presence and the power of God is right there in their lives. And with this intention and this awareness, that presence becomes known. There is an experience of more peace, the experience of more love, the experience of more light, of more abundance of good. This is the possibility that we can call forth into our lives. And this is what we're doing now, holding all in that sacred energy of divine love. And so it is. And so we're taking a deep breath together, bringing our awareness back into the room, back into this time and space, back into your body. Stretch your body a little bit. Open your eyes. Come on down, find a seat. Oh, everybody back? And look around the room at all the faces of this divine light shining in a unique way. Everybody, all these faces of the divine. Woohoo! All right, and from this energy, from this healing light and love that we have just experienced, we're going to say together our vision and mission statements, and then after that, we've got a little special thing that we've been doing all month, which is our abundance affirmation. So first, let's start with, and it's on your program or also on this order of service here. Take a deep breath with me. Our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission. We center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. Yes, and so it is. All right, so our affirmation for today is found inside your program. If anybody didn't get one, raise your hand. Yeah, we have a few here. Mary's grabbing a program. Just keep your hand up so we know. There you go, to your left. Over here. Oh, that whole row. Okay. These people were part of the choir, which is why a few people got missed. And then right here, down here. All right. Or you can share. Okay, so it's under the special announcements, under that first announcement, Intentional Giving Month. We're in our Intentional Giving Month this month, right? And at the end is our giving affirmation. Take a deep breath, and together. I trust in the divine law of circulation, and as I give freely, I create space for more good to enter my life, knowing that abundance is an infinite flow. And so it is. All right, Karen Novi.
Is this on? There we go. Hi, everybody. We're going to start. Our first song today is going to be a chant. It is a Sanskrit chant. The syllables are quite easy, and we're just going to repeat this over and over for, well, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes or so. And if you're into solfege, it's sol, 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 fa, sol, 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 fa, mi, fa, sol, sol. That's the melody. It's super simple. The syllables are, and this chant is about merging with the infinite. It's about our connection with divine source and all of the elements and all of life. The syllables are Satanama, Ramadasa, Sa, Se, So, Hung. I have done this once before, so if it sounds familiar.
Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham.
Whenever it feels comfortable, join me.
Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham. Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham. Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham.
Let's keep it going.
Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham.
Evoking our infinite presence.
Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham.
Connecting with all that is.
Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham. Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham.
Yeah.
Infinity comes to me, set me free. Infinity, come to me, set me free. Infinity, come to me, set me free. Infinity, come to me and set me free. Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham. Satanama Ramadasa Sasi Soham.
Beautiful.
that was so perfect. Well, Reverend Victoria put quite a challenge ahead of me. I'm Rev Chris. Everything you want to know about mysticism in 20 minutes. No. No, this is more like debunking any myths we might still have that we don't all have access to mystical experiences. And some of the methods for getting there are what we just experienced with chanting, meditation. You brought us into connection with that, the oneness, right? Those are all methods of getting there. But, that felt so good. So some of you know that, and maybe you don't, it doesn't matter, but during the last year, it's been a year, I spent a total of 4 months in Montreal at the Unity Center of Montreal. And I bring it up because their congregation, their Unity, they refer to themselves as modern mystics. And the first thing they do in their service is they have candles, and we light a divine light candle, which I love. It's great oneness, so this is no critique of our service at all. I'm just sharing another experience. They light a candle to each of the world's faith traditions. There's a lot of candles, yeah, including the indigenous traditions. And they have one central candle, kind of like the divine light candle here, in the middle, and that's to what's in common in all the mystical traditions across those faith traditions. And it's love, right? Or some word for love. And I bring that up because they've been exploring, through my time there and other ministers and residents, they've been exploring this idea, what does this mean if we are modern mystics? And if you're really interested in the scholarship of it across different faith traditions, for the last 4 weeks, they're in their 3rd week today, and they got one more coming, Reverend James Gaither, he's written a couple of books, he's really a scholar. He's doing whole talks, they're recorded on YouTube, I can send you the link if you're interested. He goes in depth about what these different traditions, how they actually see mysticism, and how they describe it, their ways and their methods, of achieving, or if it's not really achieving, but of experiencing that. So if you're interested, that's not what this talks about, though. This is practical, right? This is practical methods. We're here in Unity. And I want to start with a story. So there were 4 people at the beach. Let's say it's on the coast of North Carolina, looking at a beautiful sunset. And how many saw the sunset last night? It was very colorful. So the 4 people standing at the ocean, looking at the sunset. They're all wearing different kinds of sunglasses. The first one is gazing at the sunset and marveling at the spectacle of the event and seeing the colors and noticing the wind and the sound of the seagulls at the beach. And they're playing in the sand, they're moving around, and they're just sensory extravaganza and having a great time. The second person has a different pair of sunglasses. That person is enjoying it just as much as the first person, but their glasses also enable them to revel in the knowledge they have about the knowledge and wisdom about how the planets circulate and what's happening with the sun, how things are rotating, what's happening in the cosmos, making all that happen. They might be thinking about what's in the air that's making the colors. They have a lot of thinking going on. And they're enjoying the discovery and tuning into their wisdom and knowledge and their intuition and their reasoning power. That's part of their experience with that second pair of sunglasses. Enjoying it just as much as the first person and adding on. The third person standing next to them has a third pair of sunglasses, enjoying the physical sensations, enjoying thoughts about what's happening. And this person is also feeling and allowing the feeling of awe and wonder, which doesn't have really words. Awe and wonder you could use to describe it, but they're really experiencing their beingness with the sunset and everything around them. They've somehow created a sacred opening to open up within themselves their connection to all that is, the oneness, infinity, ultimate reality, unity consciousness, whatever term you want to use, God. So that's the third person. Yes, enjoys the physical. Yes, enjoys the thinking and the mind, and has this opening of allowing. And then there's a fourth person. This fourth person is on their iPhone, looking at the sunset from other people's posts. A different iPhone sunglasses, right? Yeah, well, that's me too. That's me too. So let me just, so those glasses are just kind of, sunglasses are just paradigms, for how we are at any one moment, right? So for myself, and just some more examples, I love to walk in the woods around here. And when I'm just going for a walk, like if I walk with my sister for exercise or somebody else, we just put on our sneakers, we just zip down we just go, and we look at the watch, how much time has it been, or how many miles, what's the little counter saying. We're just walking, walk, and we love it, and we're paying attention to the wind and what's around us, and we're in motion, but we're having that kind of a physical experience. Other times, I'm really analyzing what I'm looking at. I'm labeling it, like I said, oh, I know what that plant is. Oh, I know what that, and it's fun, right? Like a mini naturalist, right? Oh, that's a native plant. Oh, look at those invasive plants, paying attention to what's happening in the season, knowing what's happening with the leaves and what's happening with the soil and how things are trying to go into hibernation this time of year. Like the knowledge of those cycles are really useful. And that's a fun way to go for a walk. Like how many of you have gone like birding or on a plant hike, a nature walk? Yes, a few hands here. So that's those second sunglasses. Then there's the third set, and I don't know how it happens, but that's what we're exploring today. The third one is where I intend to go for a walk, but I don't go hardly anywhere. I just go a couple of steps, and I notice like a little piece of moss or something, and I like look at it really close, I pet it. I might notice, depending on the time of year, it might have little flowers, right? Or it might just have little seeds or something, or there might be other things on it. And then I talk to it, I pet it, and I'm grokking, you know what the word grok is? It's like a 70s word, like a Hawaii shamanism word. I'm grokking, I'm like becoming the moss, and I like feel one with the moss, and I feel like it's my brother or sister. And I'm like, oh, let's look at this little world around it, and I look at what's in the soil and the ants and the bugs, and then my world gets bigger. And then maybe I look up, I'm like, oh wow, look at the canopy, look at the leaves moving around and talking to each other, and then I'll have to lay down. I've gone nowhere, right? I have to lay down and I observe and then become part of the conversation of the different trees with each other, and the sky and the breeze and the birds, and I just notice the whole conversation. And then I'm part of the conversation, and if I might not be saying it out loud, but in my mind I'm saying hello, saying, oh, thank you for your beauty, I'm just getting into it. Again, another like grokking experience. And no, I don't do any of that plant medicine stuff or anything. There's nothing required to get me there. That's a fortunate thing, although I know people that do use plant medicine to kind of get in that state of mind and see brighter colors and things. That's fine. I have no judgment. There's so many ways to get there. But it doesn't really cost anything to practice meditation, to practice our breath, to play music, to do chanting, to contemplate. A lot of what I'm doing when I'm outside is I'm contemplating. So those are examples of the third. And of course, I do the fourth. It's like, oh, I need some pictures on social media. I want to put a picture of this sunset. I want to take a picture of my walk. Then I'm not seeing it at all. I'm just paying attention to this thing. And how easily it sucks me in, too, right? So when you're outside, you might want to notice, what glasses am I wearing right now? What glasses do I choose to put on right now? What sunglasses? But when I'm looking at my phone, it's really a missed opportunity, because as Eckhart Tolle says, nature is a pathway to free ourselves from our mind's preoccupation with ourself, which is really what I'm doing on my cell phone, right? Helping us to transcend the trap of only paying attention to the limited self. Nature helps us connect to our essence, who we are at a deeper level, which goes far beyond the thinking mind. So those thinking sunglasses, they're not bad, they're good. That's part of our human experience. But there's more than that, right? There's the third pair of sunglasses. And then we try to avoid the fourth pair altogether. And isn't this what we're striving for, right? We just said it, right? We're striving to connect with our deeper self. We're trying to experience our own spiritual magnificence. Isn't that in our vision statement? So these are ways to get there. And sometimes when I hear people write about like some of the ancient mystics, like, even the modern mystics that are still here, Eckhart Tolle is one example. There's a bunch of them on YouTube, right? It seems like there's an exclusiveness to mystical experiences. And research has been showing, and I have a handout. Do you guys have the handout? If you don't, raise your hand and we'll get it to you. The signs of mysticism, sign of mystical experience. All right, thank you for getting those out. The research of people that have been using this type of instrument here, this is for research, and they use it for things like psilocybin, just to see, they think that those help people get mystical experiences, so they measure the intensity of the experience using these factors. But where did it come from? It came from other types of mystical experiences, going way back from research, way back, is what is happening with mystics. What are they feeling? How are they sensing it? How do they try to describe it? How has it changed their life? And these are characteristics. It doesn't mean all of these are present. It just means that these sorts of things in various intensities are signs of a mystical experience. And the people who have done this kind of research report, for those that they've studied, that the majority of our population have actually had at least one mystical experience. So let's just do a raise of hands. How many of you looking at the list here, like, oh, maybe that was a mystical experience? Just a show of hands. At some time in your life. Is that cool or what? That's so cool. So how can we have these more often, right? How can we have them more often? Is kind of where I wanted to really focus. And one of the great benefits that we have of being at Unity Center of Peace is that we do have nature right out here. We have this beautiful sun bear medicine wheel that Gaines and other people at UCP have set up. That has a lot of words in there, so there's a nice little access for people who really like to access things through that second pair of sunglasses. But you can also just experience it with your first sensory perception, or you can put on your third pair of sunglasses. And then we have this beautiful Serenity Trail, which I have a great view of now, with the leaves off the trees, right? You can really see it. And there's not just statues over there, there's also little plaques. How many of you have experienced that Serenity Trail? Yeah, wonderful, great. Yeah, there's opportunities to breathe. They remind you to breathe instead of doing sit-ups, right? Hey, breathe, read this Rumi poem, gaze out over this area and contemplate something. I love that trail. It has beautiful prompts. And then there's the labyrinth. And the labyrinth, doesn't that feel good to walk it? Doesn't it just feel good? The sensoriness, especially if you take your shoes off, it's beautiful. A lot of good energy there too. So you could really make a whole practice just out of walking the labyrinth. So Mirabai Starr, who's the author of Wild Mercy and many books about, some of the ancient, I won't say ancient, but more classic mystics. She describes a mystic person like this. A mystic is someone who has an experience of union with the One. And the One may be God, it may be Mother Earth, it may be the cosmos. That experience is rare, but everyone has them, where you momentarily forget that you're a separate ego, a personality self, and you experience your interconnectedness with all that is. I thought that was a pretty clear description. Experience your interconnectedness with all that is. We are connected all the time. We're just not always aware of it. So how do we create sacred openings for ourselves to experience this more often, more deeply, longer, more meaningfully? So here are some of the ways of turning inward, and these are Mirabai's words. It's a kind of turning inward and allowing yourself to abide in a space that makes a welcoming place for the sacred. The sacred. meaning us right here, inside us, our connection with all that is. So here are some ways. Meditation I talked about. That was a beautiful meditation, really consciously connecting. You could also meditate on a divine idea of love. Meditate on love. And I'm not saying that it's cause and effect, but mysticism is a practice. And feeling that connection and that awareness with all that is a practice. It doesn't just, oh, I've been anointed and it happened. Wah! It might feel like that, but it's a practice. We could have it more often. So meditation, mantras, prayers, just observing your breath is that connection. Truth affirmations, and we did one already. I am that I am. I am that I am. Just contemplating that. Or God is all in all. That's another good one. God is all in all. You're contemplating these truth concepts that kind of get you past the words into a deeper, ineffable understanding of that connection with the one that we each have. Another one is contemplating the beauty in all things. Another divine idea like love is beauty. And this is my favorite, allowing awe and wonder. Allowing awe and wonder. And one reason we're lucky with these beautiful spaces here is that research is showing, if you look up the research on forest therapy, our bodies are designed to connect with the earth. There are microbes in the soil, for example, that go right into our bloodstream and boost our immune system. Automatically. No little pills required, right? Nothing special, just put your hands in the soil. Or walking barefoot and really feeling, earthing is a thing, right? Feeling the energy of the magnetism of the earth. And the other one is trees give off compounds, terpenes, and there's another kind, I'm missing the word, phenols and terpenes. They just give them off in the air. And you know what happens when we breathe those in? They just go right into our system, and they calm our nervous system down. Automatically. This is what forest therapy is about. There's all kinds of cool research. And I always wonder, well, if that's so cool, first of all, why is it so cool? Well, we co-evolved with the outdoors, right? We grew up with the outdoors, not inside our comfortable houses. Nothing wrong with a comfortable house. But that's why. We're from the earth. That's why. So why not avail ourselves? Why not remove some barriers? Why not make it easier for ourselves to connect with our oneness awareness by using nature as our partner and taking advantage of that kind of a veil that disappears, like when you're bigger than yourself automatically, it's like you get a boost. Nature is a booster to our own mystic experiences and can become part of our practice. So let's take just a minute, and I wanted to raise your awareness that we have outdoor sacred spaces next year in 2024. We're going to have at least 17 events: full moon fires, Buddha Day, Labyrinth Day, a couple of new moon fires probably. There's going to be a lot going on. We've got a whole crop of leaders and a whole crop of new people that are going to do offerings next year. So you'll have a lot of opportunities to practice putting on that third pair of sunglasses outside where you get that booster. So here's just a little thing I'm going to share a practice that you could try just looking out the window. Just take a deep breath and don't stare too hard, but just gaze out one of these beautiful windows, whatever one's easy for you. Just bring your attention to your heart. Keep your eyes open. You're just having a soft gaze, maybe at one of these trees out here or at the blue sky. And see if you can become aware that while you're observing nature, a being out there, that being is watching you. Just nod your head if you sort of felt a little shift there. Just a little bit like, oh, that's interesting. That might be something you might want to do more of with your third sunglasses on. So when you go outside, when we have our social time, I invite you to just take a little time to stand in the sun on the deck and just pause for a minute and try on your first sunglasses, sensory awareness. Your second, sunglasses of thoughts, like, oh, I know what time it is. I know why the sun's so strong. Doesn't that feel good, the last of the sun before winter sets in? And then your third, I'll just call those the awe and wonder glasses. And see if you can practice creating more mystical experiences for yourself. And I hope that this handout kind of helps you recognize, like, you know what? I'm having those when I'm washing the dishes. You know, oh my God, I just had one yesterday. It doesn't have to be outside in nature. It could just be spontaneous. You know, and I look forward to your sharing those with me. So thank you very much for your attention and listening. And I believe there's another song. Yeah? Special music.
I'm not sure if this song was written for an individual, but we're singing it to a group. So that's what we are doing here. As usual, if you know the words, feel free to join along. And I think this is a song about mysticism. We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Ere the bonny boat was won, as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear those sailors cry. Touch the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. When the foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yes. When the foghorn blows, I want to hear it. Days ago, together we will flow into the mystic. And I will rock your gypsy soul, yeah, just like back in days ago. Majestically we'll flow into the mystic. Hear me now, sing it out. When that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yes. When the foghorn blows, I want to hear it. I'll rock your gypsy soul, yeah, just like back in days ago. Together we will flow into the mystic. Majestically will flow into the mystic. Won't you hear me now? Sing it.
Just like that.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Into the mystic, here we go. Sailing into the mystic. You ready? Yeah, this is our opportunity. And it's our opportunity to really connect with that mystical energy, that mystical essence of life. You know, when we come here together on a Sunday, and between the meditation and the music and the message and the loving people, that helps us to open our hearts and open and welcome this mystical experience. Isn't it wonderful? I am so grateful to have the opportunity to do that, aren't you? Yes. Yeah. So, we're here in this moment to support that idea, to support the experience, not just on Sunday, but as Chris mentioned, there could be 17 events next year in the outdoor sacred spaces, and all of the classes and the book study groups and the deeper dive discussion groups and all of the ways to experience social activities and be of service. How wonderful that we can come together as a community and have that experience and do this together. So, yes, I want to support it. Do you want to support that? Yeah. And so in this intentional giving month, we're really asking you to dig deep, to dive deep into the awareness of abundance, into that experience of the flow of giving and receiving, the flow of the law of circulation. And there are several ways to do that, and they're listed in your program here. This is a little QR code that you can, if you have a phone, you can do that and connect with an app that has you donate now. There's texting to give, there's Venmo, and if you've been around for a while, you might have signed up for the conscious giving, conscious intention, conscious giving, and if you are, that's this green card here. That represents that you have already signed up as a conscious sustainer. And if you haven't yet and you're interested in that, please let me know and we can help you with that. So let's just take our tithes, our gifts, our offering, whatever represents that for you in this moment, and let's put it in our hands, maybe bring it to your heart as we say together our affirmation, which is on that sheet in the seat back in front of you if you're not yet familiar with that. And breathe into that energy of abundance. And together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is.
Is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
That's what we're doing. So feel that energy of love, that magical power of the presence of Spirit moving through your heart and out through your hands as you direct them to these bowls, blessing these gifts this love energy in expression. That is what this is. Love energy. It's the energy of yes. Yes. So we give thanks for that, knowing that it does bless this and supports this community and goes out to the larger community to bless our larger community and returns to us, pressed down, multiplied, and running over. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And here is our prayer box that's Mary's taking back out to the foyer. So if you would like to have whatever it is that's going on with you, then you would like to have maybe the prayer team hold you in prayer and it being blessed on Sunday, then go ahead and write your request and drop it in the prayer box, and we will do that. All right, so I see a few new faces here today. If you are new here today, hopefully you got a packet of information about UCP, but you may not have. So if you did not receive that, go ahead and raise your hand, and Mary's got a packet that she can put that in your hands. And if you fill out, we go on over there. If you fill out that blue card that's on the front, on both sides, and return it to one of the greeters or myself, we have a little gift for you in that. And if you maybe have joined us, you found us today online, welcome. We're glad to have you here. If you would just put in the chat, hey, I'm new here today, and Mel will give you some information about who we are at Unity Center of Peace. So thank you. All right, we got one more song. Oh, yes. Let's have it.
So at the end of the day, if you like this song, let one of the three of us know. This is where we have fed on spirit and we've enjoyed it. But I think we're going to rotate that opening song out. So this is one that's in contention. So the chorus is very simple. It goes, all is well, all is well. Divine Spirit is directing me right now. And again, then all is well, all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should.
Those are the words.
Those are the words.
It's not really the melody, but that's all right.
Play it, Mr. White now.
I'm not worried about tomorrow, but today I declare freedom from yesterday must stay in the past. Today all things are made brand new, and don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should. I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness, it's yours and it's mine. I'm loved and so are you, and don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should. Let me hear you now. All is well, all is well. Divine Spirit is directing me right now. Singing all is well, all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should. I am in the Spirit, I am fed by the divine. I am one with all that is, my soul is free from time. I am blessed and so are you, and don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should. Come on, everybody, sing all is well, all is well, all is directing me right now. Sing that all is well, all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should. Again, singing that all is well, all is well. My Spirit is directing me right now.
It is directing me, and
all is well, all is well, all is well. Feels so good.
That's fun. What do you guys think? Woo, it's fun. Yeah, all right. Okay, so is anybody smelling anything good? I'm smelling something yummy. What do you think that is? Woo, it's our Thanksgiving potluck that's happening in the kitchen here. And yes, there's somebody here who's going like this to me. Maybe Maria, our board president, would like to get up and say a word or two about what's happening in the kitchen right now.
Board president and kitchen assistant. Yes. Good morning, everyone. There's an amazing, abundant feast in the kitchen waiting for us. I just wanted to run through some of the logistics because there's quite a lot to happen. When the service ends, we're going to ask anybody who has ability to lift tables, folding tables, to help us in the kitchen. We're going to bring folding tables. Actually, first thing we're going to do is move chairs aside, keeping enough chairs for sitting.
Part the
for
C.
the tables and chairs. There's going to be 4 tables on either side. We're then going, if you're not able to help, could I suggest no milling around in the sanctuary? Go out and enjoy the nature, the beauty. Put your third sunglasses on for a moment. And then, or out front. And we are then going to bring the food buffet tables are going to go up the middle here, and then we're going to bring in the other tables to set up the tables and chairs. Help would be really appreciated. We're going to put tablecloths out. And then we're going to gather as best we can. It's probably going to be a queue, so, fight for the front line of the line. I'm just kidding. Absolutely not. No, exactly. And then we are going to have a grace of gratitude together as a community, and then we're going to enjoy and see what unfolds after that. Today is our Volunteer Appreciation Day, which Reverend Victoria will share about. If you're new here, if you're visiting, please join us. We'd love to have you. If you didn't bring anything, that's perfectly fine. There is an abundance of food, and anyone is welcome to join us for the potluck. There is a volunteer appreciation afterwards. You may or may not want to stick around for that and see what happens here at UCP, but that's the consensus, or that's what's happening. Really important, we desperately need help with cleaning up. It's really not fun for volunteers to end up being 2 or 3 people in that kitchen trying to tidy up all of this. So if you have an extra half an hour at the end and are able to stick around and help out, we would be heartfully grateful for that. Tim.
So while everybody's listening, how many chairs should go up, and how many sections? Or
Got it. Well, I think we have to allow for 40 to 50 chairs. Let's say 40 for now, and then the rest of the chairs I think will come up on the stage, on the platform for now, because we want to make as much space in the sanctuary on the sides. Thank you. Most of the middle chairs, yeah, and the side ones can be put off to the side and stacked. So
And then we need the chairs to go around the tables.
That's right.
that we're
So
eating.
just sort of turn chairs, sort of set it up, and then we'll bring the tables and slide them in.
Right.
Thank you. Sorry, that's a whole service in itself, but it's going to be great. Yeah, appreciate it.
I know we're all looking forward to it. Yes. And thank you. I sort of went out of order. Sorry, Mel. She's probably messing up the slide. I've messed up the slides. I'm sorry. So the first thing I want to talk about is this is Intentional Giving Month. All the month of November, we are we're expanding our consciousness of what abundance is and what it means to share and to give and to receive and to really experience that energy, as I was talking about earlier, of the law of circulation, and how we can expand that experience for ourselves and for others. So next week, and I know many of you, has everybody got the letter from me, from Unity Center of Peace? You got that in the mail? And the board members have been handing you a blank card, a green card. If you haven't received, yes, our other board member, Katie, has one if you haven't received this. If you're a member or a friend, you've been around for a while. So next week, what we're going to do is do a sacred service. We're going to do our communion, and we do communion here at UCP with chocolate. Yes, indeed, it's a chocolate communion. So what you want to do is bring these cards back next week And hopefully you've had an opportunity to kind of sit with them and pray over them and meditate and feel into the energy of how you want to support this community. And you bring it next week, and you come and you know, there's a special bowl you'll put it in, and we'll do a chocolate communion. So just kind of get ready for that. And if you've already turned in your card, some people have done that. That's okay. We can give you a blank one, and you can use that just as a symbol of that. Okay, abundant blessings meditation. How many of you have listened to the abundant blessings meditation on Wednesday? Oh, good. Some of you have. Oh, yes. I'm glad some of you are listening. So on Wednesday at noon on our YouTube channel or on Facebook, I've recorded a meditation, and our marketing person Yesenia has put these beautiful visuals with it and beautiful music. Right? Are you enjoying that? And it's just an opportunity midweek to reconnect with our intention and our energy here. So if you haven't checked it out, they're all archived, and you can really access them at any time. Okay, so as Maria mentioned, the volunteer potluck and the Thanksgiving potluck, and then please stay. If you have volunteered at any point during this last year, we want to appreciate you. We want to be grateful for you and show you our appreciation. So please stay for that. We've got some surprises in store too. I think you're going to have fun. Angel tree. Okay, so lovely Katie has brought to us an opportunity to share more of our love, more of our gifts with those really struggling, really those in need. Mothers and children who are fleeing domestic abuse. Home Start is a beautiful organization that is part of IFC that we support throughout the year. And the Angel Tree is an opportunity for you to really give directly to these children and to these family members, and really they have nothing, you know, really make their Christmas bright and really open your heart and experience that joy of giving. So we'll talk more about it, but there's an ornament that represents a child or a parent, and it's one gift per ornament. Is that right? Yeah, and you take it, and you write down what you've got, and buy a gift, wrap it, bring it wrapped and marked correctly, and we'll show you how to do that. So just kind of be on the lookout for that. And the angel tree will be in our foyer there. The Enneagram workshop with Cheryl Stevens. Would you like to get up and say a word about that? Okay, come on up, Cheryl Stevens.
If what Chris shared with you this morning makes you want to explore your deeper self, find that essence self, come join me December 2nd, 12:30 to 3:30. If you want more information, reach out. I'm doing videos. I'd love to have a one-on-one with you. But come, I promise you, you will leave with a roadmap for finding that essential self. So come out.
Yeah. Woohoo. Okay. You sign up online, unitychapelhill.org. You'll find the announcement, click on it, and register there. Our tree trimming holiday party is coming up on December 2nd, Saturday. So come for the workshop and then plan to stay afterwards for the party. So we're going to be decorating our tree, dress festive and red and green, and we're going to have a party, and it's a potluck, and after we trim the tree, we're going to be dancing. So bring your dancing shoes. Okay. All right, our Flower Angel program. Thank you, Irina, for bringing this to us. This is an opportunity for congregants to bring some beautiful flowers that grace our sanctuary, you know, beautify it, and also an opportunity for the specific person to do a dedication. So today, it is Lynn and Ava Sun-No that are providing these flowers. Thank you, Lynn. And her dedication is for all those living in countries in conflict around the world. May these flowers encourage us to keep these fellow human beings in our hearts and affirmative prayers. Yes. Yes, thank you. Okay, another quick, we've got some children who are really looking forward to coming in, but I've got to say something really important. Do you look around the room? Okay, see these beautiful photographs? You're going to be surprised to know that there's 2 people in our congregation that have done these. Mila, where are you? There you are, raise your hand. And Judith Schneider. Are you here, Judith? She might be in there. She's probably in the kitchen. But if you see Judith, look around and see that their names are on them. They're really just gorgeous. And this one here, this is Judith's. So take a look at them. They are for sale, and also they have cards in the back on the table. All right, 3-minute miracle. This is your opportunity to sit with somebody who is trained in prayer. If you've got something going on in your mind or in your heart and you would just love to have somebody to talk with about it who can help you see it from a higher perspective, from the highest possible perspective, right? Then it's Mel Karen today. Then you want to sit with her, and she will be, if you go down the hall, the last room on the left. Did we have a deeper dive discussion? No, not today, because we're doing our Thanksgiving potluck. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's sing the children in.
I am the radiant light from God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant light from God. I am, I am, I am. Help and power, the strength of God, vitality, energy, flame of God. I am the radiant light from God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant light from God. I am, I am, I am. God, I am, I am, strength of God, the energy, flame of God. I am the radiant light of God. I am, I am.
Good morning. Hello.
Woo! Look at all these children.
The abundance is here. We have the abundance today. It's fantastic. Today, we continue with talking about the release. We went outside and picked up stones that had something that the children wrote down or the adult volunteers wrote down to kind of release. And so maybe if you picked it up today, you got something you needed this past week. There are a few stones out there for adults who want to walk along the Serenity Trail and then the Labyrinth to go and pick them up. Or we have the wisdom cards you can take and write down that which you find along the way. So see me if you want the wisdom cards. Did you want to say something about our experience? Okay, great. I do want a big thanks to Mary Angela for the inspiration of this idea, and then also for Olivia to helping out today. It was very helpful.
Woohoo! Thank you.
And that is just thanks.
All right, let's bless these children and the children everywhere. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ as you. Mwah. All right, you may go with your parents. All right, and everybody stand. And let's say our affirmations and then sing the peace song. Okay. Maybe take a hand if that feels comfortable. Person next to you. And let's take a deep breath together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.